He grabbed my face romantically, looked me in my eyes, and said, "You are my foreign princess."
Yeah, I don't think that really hits, does it?
Can't say I swooned very hard.
Yeah.
I turned around and
Yeah.
ran.
All right, we have Bailey and Mitch here. First of all, Bailey, owner of Cooldown, thank you so much for inviting us here. We really appreciate it. Got a cool event going on. Buy our clothes, go to our run clubs, do all of that. But you guys have been in a relationship for 10 years together, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
so I kind of wanted to ask, because usually this is a singles podcast, but what's kept it together for that long? Like, what's the magic? How do you guys make it work?
Do you want to answer that, or should I go?
You got it.
You got to be each other's biggest fan. Like any success she ever has is my success, and my success is like her success. And if it goes wrong, I always say, if you poop your pants, like I'm gonna be the first one to give you my pants. Like I'm here no matter what.
What if you both poop your pants?
That's a good question. Well, then we're just gonna cherish in our embarrassments together.
Yeah, you're a poopy couple then.
Exactly.
Yeah, great.
We're gonna be there for each other no matter what, and I will be her biggest fan till the day I die.
Okay. Do you have anything to add to that, or maybe why the love is still there after 10 years? And
yeah, so I think being in such a long relationship, neither of us are the same people that we were when we first started dating. I'm very different than I was 10 years ago. I was 19 when we started dating. He was 21. So I would say just like relearning each other constantly, like making as much time for each other as possible to like refigure each other out and loving each other year after year.
It's a daily thing of choosing each other. I wanted to ask, because everybody gets in arguments, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're really bad. But how do you guys make it over those hurdles and just communicate well with each other?
This is you.
It's us versus the problem.
Yeah.
We're always on each other's side. I'll always be there for her. I never like try to raise my voice or anything. Yeah. We stay calm and we work as a team. It's us versus whatever that is. And we're going to conquer it together. And we always have. That's why we're still here together.
Okay.
And I believe we can overcome anything.
What do you love most about Bailey?
Man, she just lights up a room.
Yeah.
Her smile, her looks, everything. Just like, since the day I met her, you could be in a crowded room and my eyes are just drawn to her, no matter what.
Yeah. And what about vice versa? Yeah. Blushing over there.
That was cute. What do I like?
Yeah.
I think two things. One, he is always very adventurous. Throughout our entire relationship, he's always pushed me to try new adventures. And we've done a lot of really cool things together, which I think is really fun. And then his humor. Once you get to know Mitch, you never stop laughing around him. It takes a while till you get there.
Yeah.
But once you meet him and really know him, you never stop laughing.
Okay.
And then I'd say third, he's just the most genuine person I've ever met. Like he will never fake it with anyone. He's not, he doesn't have any ulterior motive with anybody. And he's just a very genuine heart.
Perfect. So we said the good. Now the bad over here. That's what we want to get into. And I'm not saying anything real bad, but like, he snores or what's something that your pet peeve with each other?
This is an easy one.
Yeah.
It's her food palate.
Okay. Yeah.
We've come a long way.
Okay.
A long way.
From cereal and...
She never even drank coffee before we met.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And it just used to be chicken fingers, grilled cheese, and cereal.
Damn.
But
dinner of kings.
We've come a long way.
Yeah, okay.
And we've tried some adventurous foods, and you've grown to like them, and I've been right most of the time. We're still at sauce is like a complete no-no, but maybe in the next 10 years.
She was putting ketchup on steak and stuff like that?
No, she hates sauce.
Oh, okay. Oh, sauce.
Sauce is a complete no-no.
I get it.
And I love sauce.
Yeah.
Ketchup on steak is a sin.
Yeah, it is a sin. I know. That's all right. Your turn.
Our cleanliness standards don't really match.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Both.
Look dapper today.
Yeah.
I'm talking about our house.
Hygiene, not
I'm talking
hygiene.
about our house.
Our
But hygiene is also one.
Okay,
I will say.
There's been days that it'll be 3 p.m. and I haven't brushed my teeth yet, but
Exactly.
But I brush them before I leave. I'll say that twice a day.
Twice a day.
All right.
That's more than Mitch can say some days.
Okay. Hey, I didn't mean to start a fight over here. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, one more thing. You want to shout out or say anything new coming out for Cooldown?
All right, we meet every Tuesday in Denver, and we meet every week in our other 11 cities. We also just launched our new women's spring collection, and we have more men's styles coming out this summer.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Kim,
Joe,
thanks for coming on. You got a worst date story for us?
I do. It's just, I guess, rocked me. No pun intended, actually. Yeah. After 2 Miller Lights, we were having like a decent conversation at the bar. And then he was just like, hey, and like looked down, and I looked down and I was like, and he had a massive erection. And his next line was, are we going back to your place or mine to deal with this? And I was just like, wild.
This is after a couple drinks?
2 Miller Lights, like that's what I was worth. Like that's what he was, not even a meal.
Yeah.
And so I reached into my purse and I was like, I just threw a 20 on the thing and I was like, that should cover what you thought I was worth. And I think I'm good. And then he totally attacked me and said that I led him on.
Yeah.
Text message, but yeah, I couldn't even tell you the man's name. But
I mean, did it look nice?
Not gonna lie, it was a massive erection.
Oh man,
it was just context, but I also never will date a firefighter after that one. So that one scarred me on that one.
Yeah,
so
great. So he's used to dealing with big hoses.
Oh, I don't know if we're talking about his hose or he thought I was the big
firefighter.
hose.
I didn't know. Yeah. Okay. Note to self, fellas. Maybe save your erection for a later date, not the first date. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on.
You too, yeah.
All right, Maddie. Thanks for popping on. Somebody said something to you one time during a date. What was it?
I would say a couple of the weirdest things a guy has said to me on a date, or even before the date, before we even met. The pickup line was, okay, I'll give you my top three.
Okay, go.
Top 3 weirdest things the guy's ever said to me. First one, after like a week of knowing each other, he told me he was going to impregnate me.
Oh, how far along are you?
Surprise, I had the baby yesterday.
Okay, great.
I just walked from the hospital. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, congrats.
Pulled the epidural out myself. Second weirdest thing was when I said I had a stressful day, I had a guy tell me that I should find a hobby and start working out.
Oh my God. So we shouldn't say that to women.
No, especially if they have thicker thighs than you.
Okay, yeah. Hey, yeah, that's you can't fight that. That's true.
The top weirdest one, are you ready?
Yeah, hold that up.
He grabbed my face romantically, looked me in my eyes, and said, "You are my foreign princess."
Yeah, I don't think that really hits, does it?
Can't say I swooned very hard.
Yeah.
I turned around and ran.
That's pretty good. Have you ever used a line on a guy like that?
Have I ever called someone my foreign prince? I haven't yet.
Okay.
But there's still time.
There's still time, yeah. Maybe you'll find him
find my foreign prince.
Yeah, maybe you take this and give him one of these cards. Yeah.
And I'll just cross that out and say, my foreign
prince. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on. Gentlemen, stop using those lines, maybe, okay? Okay. We all learned today. Well, thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Hey, if you're tired of dating advice that sounds like, don't text first, be more mysterious, make him chase you, don't talk to him, he's weird, he likes feet, you're not alone. Kale, the guy behind the dating collective on TikTok, is flipping the script with something called the Secure Love Blueprint. It's an 8-week high-level coaching program that helps women stop chasing emotionally unavailable men and start attracting secure men, emotionally intelligent partners without the game. It teaches you how to shift your patterns, own your worth, and date with emotional clarity. Podcast listeners, get 15% off when you use the code TABLE15, TABLE Just head to the link below. It's in the description. Book a free clarity call. If you're ready to stop playing small and start dating like a secure woman, this is your next step.
Yeah.
All right, who we talking to first?
DeAndre.
DeAndre, okay, DeAndre, man, nice to meet you. Hey, you were just saying that you got to shoot your shot. Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I feel like a lot of men are intimidated by women, but you know, you just got, worst they can say is no, or you're fucking ugly. And you just go on, like there's no in between. And
absolutely,
so,
And then you were also saying like you had a bad story back in the past, like you know, a while ago, and you know, you want to talk about that a little bit? Or?
Yeah, like I said, so I just shot my shot with the girl at work.
Yeah,
thought she was cute, and everything's going good.
Yeah,
you know, haven't had a girl, just got out of a long-term relationship. Haven't had a girl, you know, made me feel cool, calm, collected for a while, and took her on a date. And yeah, the vibes just turned really, really weird afterwards.
Okay.
Especially at work, you know, they're talking about those professional relationships. You know, I definitely wanted to keep it as professional as possible. But yeah, man, just getting kind of dirty looks, and I'm just like, what did I kind of do wrong?
Yeah.
You know, nothing wrong with her. I thought we had a good night. I was looking forward for a second date, but definitely didn't want to put any pressure on her.
Okay.
So it's like, hey, man, you take the L and you move on.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of going back to like shooting shots.
Okay.
My favorite place to shoot shots is in the gym.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. In the gym. There's so many.
Usually they say don't do that, but I think the secret is to do it.
Yeah, I've heard that too. As long as you're not creepy and you're respectful, you know, or you're respectful of them and their space, just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Just go to them and be like, hey, thought you were beautiful. Can I get your number? And then you can get to know them outside. The rest be like, oh, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, you know. But yeah, I love shooting my shot at the gym. That's why I go to the gym. I have like 10 different gym crushes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. You mentioned something about one of the worst dates you went on, like ended up having a boyfriend or something. Or
it wasn't a date. It was just more like more of a hookup.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like shit afterwards because you know I've been on the other end.
Yeah.
You know, girls like, oh, I'm a girl's girl. You know, I'm always about my boys. You know, so I ain't trying to move like that.
Yeah. Was there any like repercussions from it or anything like that?
No, I think the universe kind of gave me my karma.
Oh, okay.
For sure, my universe gave me my karma.
And you mentioned like faith too. So like, and now are you trying to find or like what are you looking for now?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I think a lot of nowadays we kind of are so lustful in our women. We look at our women in different perspectives about their body. And if you actually take your time to take away the lust and just kind of pursue your own personal legend, the right woman will come. It's not about the looks and the body. It's more about the soul and the heart. And it took me a long time to realize that. I'm still, you know, I'm a lustful man. I could admit that, but I'm not trying to go out there and go on dates and look for a hookup. One of the most recent dates, you know, she invited me into her house. She's like, we're not doing anything. And I was like, hope I didn't give you those intentions. Definitely, you know, where there is a hookup culture, you know, in our generation. And
do you think it's just generation thing? You think it's more in Denver too, or no?
You know, I just think it's a immature kind of like mindset that a lot of people think. They think having, and part of my language, like hoes and hooking up and is the cool thing to do, you know. And I definitely try to shift that perspective because at the end of the day, man, I would like a wife, you know, and kids. Give my parents, you know, Mother's Day is tomorrow. Shout out to my mom. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there. But you know, I would like to have a wife and a home, and I feel like a lot of those traditional values have been broken due to society, but it can be changed. And
so how's it going for you now?
It's going good, man. I don't think, you know, when you're not looking for something, that's when it finds you the most.
Absolutely. I mean, even when you the universe has a weird thing of playing, like when you're not looking for something, or even when you get into a relationship too, you're like, who are all these women reaching out to me? Why is that a thing?
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you're definitely in a relationship. The women know. But
I think they like to see a guy that is in a relationship and, you know, treating a woman right too. And then some of the gals out there are like, oh, maybe this is, but you know, that's besides the fact. Like,
my advice to the younger men out there is just to, like, you know, find what you love to do it 100%, and, you know, love and all that stuff will come. You got to build, your kingdom first, and then you can find your queen. And your,
Do you feel like you have to have your ducks in order for you to feel confident and provide for a woman, or do you think that'll come once you find the gal?
That's a great question, man. I think it depends. You could have a woman that's willing to build with you. They see the potential in you, and they can help you get to that, where you want to be. Yeah, I've seen a lot of relationships like that.
Yeah, I saw a video the other day, and they were like, what guy or women find attractive for guys is like, first of all, it's like kindness. It's you can be respectful and kind. The other one is intelligence, and like showing intelligence is another form of that is like making a girl laugh, too. Like that's part of it. And the third one is just the ability to be able to provide resources in the future, like them knowing that this guy is able to in the future. Don't necessarily have to have it now, but like, at least have some motivation to go do that stuff. So
I agree. I mean, there's a lot of losers out there, men and women. Yeah. So as long as you're a young man that has goals, whether at school or, starting a podcast, music career, just if you're doing 100%, man, you're going to find the right one with you. Yeah. I will say though, being, a black man in Denver, it has been hard dating.
Really? Do you feel like it's just, why is that? Why do you think it is?
I don't know, man, because I've dated white women. Yeah. I've dated Hispanic women. Yeah. It's a little bit more difficult, but when I go to Texas or Arizona, I was like, oh man, like this is a lot easier.
You think it's just the demographic here that there's like, more, there's not, okay.
And I grew up here.
Oh, okay.
I grew up here in Denver, so I love Denver. I love everything that has to offer. I think it's just a big melting pot. So with different, cultures, a lot of East Coast people, a lot of people from California. Hey man, shoot or shoot.
Yeah, absolutely. Shoot or shoot. All right, so moral of the story is don't be afraid to go out and ask for a number or, say hello. What's the go-to for you then if you're gonna go out? Just say, hey, my name's this.
Man. I just try to keep it simple. I don't have game.
Yeah, okay. Bullshit.
I don't know. Riley? Where's Riley?
Yeah.
Riley back over here.
I just saw you get a number. No, I'm just kidding.
Just keep it simple. Just tell them what you like. Hey, I like your energy. I like your hair. Like I said, don't make it. Don't objectify them. Yeah. Just I like your style. Yeah. Can I get to know you?
It's some kind, some nice.
Don't ask for the Instagram. Yeah. Ask for their number.
Yeah. Don't ask for their Snapchat either.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Somebody said how old are we? 12? I was like, I don't remember the last time I used Snapchat.
Yeah. Dang, man. All right. Any words for that closing statement? Anything like that?
Thank you guys for having me. I think this was a great opportunity.
Hey, come on a blind date, dude. That would be fun. I think you'd be great for that. Yeah. Okay, dude. We'll reach out, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Something weird in front of you, or what was going on?
Yeah. So it was in college. Yeah. First date, hinge date, the classic, just trying to get to know each other, figure out each other's deal, all that good stuff. Actual date went well. We went and got drinks. Super tame, super chill. Seemed like a really cool guy. Yeah. We went back to his house just to hang out a little bit more. Just to clarify.
Yeah. Just to hang out.
Just to hang out. Just to hang out. No, just to hang out. We get back to his house. We're chatting. He was like, "Oh, do you care if we put on some music?" Absolutely not. Let's hang out, make it a vibe, all good stuff. He puts on some music and starts dancing, which is totally fine.
Did he have a pole in his room or something? Or
what?
Like a pole, like a stripper pole in his room?
No.
Oh, not that kind of dancing.
Not that kind of dancing.
Okay, great, yeah.
Just maybe gyrating is the best way I can describe it.
Yeah. He's pulling out the sprinkler and the worm.
Yeah, there was some funky chicken action in there. Okay. It would have been nice maybe if we danced together, but no. I just got.
But you were, a little turned on though, right?
Yes. It was something to behold, I will say. I would give him an 8 out of 10. I think he should keep on boogieing. I'm really proud of him. Should he decide to perform in person again, live for an audience, I would go support. I don't need another private.
What did he think would happen after the dancing?
I genuinely don't know. Okay. But I did clap for him.
How long was the dancing?
5 minutes.
Oh.
Like it was an entire song.
Oh. And you were just sitting there watching
And I
it?
was just sitting there.
Yeah. And it was happily ever after, right?
Yeah. We're happily married 3 years.
All right.
4 kids.
Yeah, fantastic. Hey, dancing does work, all right?
It does. It does. Keep on boogieing, boys.
Yeah. It's not a musical out there,
No.
It doesn't have to. Okay. Well, anyway, that's a great story. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
And for the people thinking that they want to show off their dance moves, maybe wait till the second date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't let me discourage you.
Yeah.
Maybe just invite her to dance as well.
Yeah,
or
right.
Him, or him.
Perfect.
Either.
Perfect. All right. Thanks so much for coming on. Yeah, of course. Anya, thanks for coming on. You had an opinion about guys in Denver that you wanted to share.
Yeah, I think guys in Denver are so slow to the draw. Like no one ever makes the effort to actually like commit and have the conversation.
Yeah.
Like you'll go on dates for like months and months, and then they'll be like, "Oh, well, why are you hanging out with this other person?" It's like, well, we actually never had a conversation about being exclusive.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So like, if that's the case, and you don't quite know what you guys are, do you think it is okay to search around a little bit if they have cold feet and they're not willing to commit?
I mean, like, to an extent.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one thing, like, if you guys have, like, I don't know, you've been going on dates for a while, like, you're not just, like, hooking up, you're, like, actually hanging out, stuff like that. Then I think, like, I don't know, it's, like, up to your discretion, but I also think, like, you don't really owe anyone anything until they, like, I don't know.
So what do they need to do? They need to like tell you what their intentions are at a certain month or what?
Yeah, I mean, I think just like, I don't think there's like a timeline specifically, but I think just like having open communication and like saying what they want out of it. Because like if you're left questioning, then like it's hard to know where it's going.
When do you give them the ultimatum? Do you ever, or do you let it fizzle out?
I think I let it fizzle out.
Oh, okay.
Like I think like if someone
what if you really liked them though? You're like, hey, this guy needs to.
Oh, then I feel like I wouldn't like them as much if they're the type of person that doesn't like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Quit dragging your feet, fellas.
Yeah,
quit dragging
you gotta quit dragging your feet. It's so annoying.
All right, hey, that's a good opinion right there. Hopefully it helps somebody out.
Hopefully.
All right, I appreciate you coming on. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Lance, thanks for coming on. You have an unpopular dating opinion for us?
Well, it's not an opinion that applies to everybody, but more just to myself. It's in my experience, looking back, most of my relationships have come from women initiating or asking me out first. And so I do feel like that's unpopular today, or in my experience today, that it seems like most women want the man to initiate or say that or believe it, and most men think they should be the one to initiate.
Yeah. How do they come up and ask you usually?
Well, I mean, one just said after I chatted at a bar with her for 30 minutes, are you going to take my number or not?
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Well, that's good. Maybe she was wanting you to ask, though. Yeah. You're playing hard to get. I see what you're doing.
I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. But it seems like, would you rather have a gal ask you out than you doing it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun when they do that.
It is fun. It also lets me know they're interested.
Well, yeah. Sometimes it's hard too. Like you don't know if they're in here or not, and then you don't want to. The fear of rejection on there too. A forward woman's kind of nice sometimes.
Absolutely.
It's a breath of fresh air. Yeah. But anyway, man, thanks for coming on. Yeah, I think we'll have some guys agree with you for sure. All right, hey, we got Sid and Liam here. And first of all, I just want to say thank you for providing the beats over here. And Dever, correct?
Yes, Dever.
And where do we find you at, man?
You can find me. Instagram usually has everything linked at Dever. DEVR.co.
Okay, and you guys have been dating for how long?
Almost a year. 9 months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming up.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you, what's it like dating a DJ?
It comes with a lot of fun things. Like my life has definitely taken a turn and just opportunities, but it's really special to be able to support somebody in the thing they're most passionate about in life. And so being a partner in that and being kind of like this witness to all this growth and like success, and
because there is kind of like a stigma of dating DJs, though, right? And you don't find that with Liam over here. Or?
I think we're pretty lucky, or maybe it's just me. I got lucky. He's pretty good normally.
And if there's women behind the booth there, do you kick them all out, or what do you do?
Sometimes if it's like too much, you just kind of like nuzzle in a little closer to him. Block them out. Like you just kind of got to like make your mark a little bit, like territorial.
Okay.
But most of the time people get the hint. And if they don't, then I'll say something.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll say something.
Don't have to hurt a gal.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Say, hey girl, no more of that, please.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys have any, any dating stories you'd like to, maybe a most chaotic date that you've been on? Before, of course, because you're not going on dates now.
Do you have anything yet?
Yep.
Most chaotic date. I mean, our first date was kind of cute. We went to the movies to see Inside Out 2. But we didn't really know each other.
Damn, that sounds chaotic.
Yes. No, it was the opposite. But everyone knows you're not supposed to go to the movies on a first date. Yeah. But she took me there anyways because she really wanted to see it. And it was cute. I felt like nervous for the first time since like high school on a date. Yeah, it was so wholesome.
What do you guys like about each other? Like, what's your favorite quality about each other?
She's kind of like the other half of me that is super extroverted, outgoing, and I'm more like introverted, but like works really well between the two of us.
You would think a DJ as an extrovert, right? Because they're in front of people all the time, and
yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good up on the stage usually, but I don't really have to like communicate with anyone. So that's the best part. I don't really get on the mic too often.
Perfect. Isaac, you should be a DJ then. Introvert king. No, he's not. He's good, dude. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to like get that into the music, you usually are pretty like in your head and introverted.
Nice.
So to be a good DJ, you're usually pretty quiet, and the girls don't matter as much, but there are some DJs out there that just love the attention, love the girls in the booth.
Yeah.
Not me. Just that
turn.
one.
You gotta go.
Yeah. And I will say, like, when we first started dating, the DJ thing was like, oh God, like, what am I getting myself into? How long is this gonna last? But our relationship was really fast. So it felt like it wasn't that scary because we were there was no like touch and go, I guess, with it. But I will say my favorite thing about Liam is his goofiness. Like his goofiness and silliness matches mine. And so we like kind of get to live in our own world, and that helps life just like be easier, right? When somebody can communicate with you in like the same exact ways, you just feel really understood and really seen. And so I would say.
Now we said the good stuff. Let's go to the bad. Is there, a toxic trait you guys have maybe, or you could give about each other here?
Mine is definitely like, I'll get upset or mad, right? And at first I'll be like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't need to be mad or upset about this. And then I'll kind of like push it down. And then eventually it becomes an even bigger deal. And he'll like call it. Like, he'll be like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then that causes like issues, obviously. So sometimes I'm a bad communicator.
Me too.
At least you recognize it. That's good.
Yeah. I think we kind of play off each other's toxic traits. We have the same ones pretty much. We both like to be right a lot.
What if you're always right though?
I know it's tough, but I've gotten better at letting her be right, and she usually is right. So
the women are always right. Unfortunately, we got
100%.
Yeah, it's a good thing to learn. You're just like, yep.
Juice ain't worth the squeeze sometimes.
Yeah, right. I don't think nobody wins in an argument, right?
Exactly. No. Yeah, that's something we talk about a lot. Like the goal, if your goal is to win an argument, your goal is to put the person you're with down, which isn't like a good mindset to have. So we talk through that. But we're pretty compatible.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Thanks for coming on. Hey, when are you playing next?
I'm playing next weekend, May 17th. It's her birthday. I'm playing at this new place in Denver called House of Love. 11 to 2.
Be there or be nowhere.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Celebrate.
Peace.
Thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah. John, first guest. Thanks for coming on. If you guys don't know, go and watch his blind date that we had with him. It was really good. But he's popped in today, and he's going to tell us a little something about something.
Yeah, so I think you asked me about the most chaotic date I've been on.
Yeah.
There were a couple other things. I won't get into details out of respect of someone I may be seeing right now.
Yeah.
But most chaotic date was we took a group trip up to Keystone, kind of near the end of the ski season, actually. And there was this girl that I had met, and we had made plans the night before. And I bailed on her, kind of ghosted her. I just wasn't feeling it.
Ooh.
And that was on me, but I did communicate it.
Okay.
So anyways, tell her I'm going up to Keystone with friends. She kind of invites herself, doesn't ski. Next thing you know, she's knocking on the door at our Airbnb. And the people I was with, they weren't expecting her, but didn't want to knock her away, like send her away, because she had already driven a couple hours from Denver to hang out. So she hangs out, but she kind of keeps making moves on me, and I just wasn't feeling it. So long story short, she ends up scaring the hell out of everybody that was in the Airbnb. We all thought that she was going to kill somebody. They all lock their doors and close their doors and leave me to fend with her in the living room on the couch. I end up leaving the Airbnb at like 4 a.m. to just go like sleep outside to get away. And I see her, at 5 a.m. right when the sun comes out, like storm out into the snow. And that was chaotic. I get picked on quite a bit by all the friends that were there.
Oh, was she on drugs?
No, she wasn't on drugs. She was just madly in love.
Okay. Well, how was the hookup then?
There was no hookup.
Okay.
There was no hookup that night, which was good.
Yeah.
And actually didn't ever talk to her again. So.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why's your shirt off, dude?
You guys just caught me on a run.
He actually, I just saw him walking or running through, and then he's like, "What's going on in here?"
Yeah, there's a 10K next week, so a couple of the people that we know are kind of out training.
So for the women out there, you would say you have good stamina.
Great stamina.
Okay.
Yeah, great stamina. That's why we run, guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
dude. Well, fuck. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Pussy.
Hey.
Isaac's a pussy.
Hey, Sid. How's it
Hey,
going?
Joseph.
I think you were like our 4th podcast guest. Thanks for coming back on. You went on a date recently, and you guys were talking about some stuff. Porn. You guys were talking about porn. And so, like, give us the talk and what happened during that.
Well, I think we were talking about, I was like trying to inquire what his turn-ons were.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't give me an answer. And I was like, okay, well, do you watch porn? Like, what kind of porn do you watch? And I was like, I think I had said that I watch like girl on girl.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah, like I'll watch gay porn too. And that was the end of the conversation. I always meant to follow up on that one because I'm not really sure if he meant what he meant, what kind of gay porn
Do you like
he meant.
guy on guy? Is that what he's
That's what I meant to follow up on. That's
But
what
he
I
was
meant to
alluding
follow
to
up
that
on.
though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do we
I assume.
would you date a guy that watches gay porn?
Oh yeah.
Do you think
Definitely.
most women would date guys that watch gay porn?
I don't think I can speak for women in general,
Okay.
but I can speak for myself.
Do you
It's not
think
an
he was like
issue.
bi or something?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't think so.
So what's the deal with the gay porn?
That's what I'm wondering too.
Did he have
Yeah.
gay tendencies?
No.
Okay.
What are gay tendencies, Joseph?
I mean, maybe a little bit more.
No, I don't know.
Thanks for saving
but
me there.
I would be. I'm down for it. Girl on girl, guy on guy, whatever
Interesting.
you like to watch.
Hey,
Hentai.
You know, it's all fluid to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not really, but you know. Well,
We love fluidity.
fluidity. Some women love fluidity.
Yeah.
Good word. Good word. Anyway, well, thanks for coming
What
on.
kind do you watch?
I that's a sin. I don't watch porn.
Yes, of course.
Maybe. I try not to. Oh. Sometimes it's hard not to.
Oh.
Sometimes
Is it?
not. I like to save it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to save it up for
Piggy bank
for
for
when-
a rainy day.
no. I mean just
Put it in the savings account.
I mean I don't like to like if I'm you know doing the porn and getting off to it, then it's like, oh, and a special woman comes into my life and you know, I'd rather
You'd probably turn it off, right?
I'd rather save it for her. Not
the porn.
Not the.
You're like,
not the porn
I
for her,
haven't
not
watched
the-
this
I
episode
would
yet,
just
so we can watch
I'd rather
it together.
not do it by my hand, and
Yeah.
I'd rather not beat off, and I'd rather just wait to be with my woman.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So no masturbation when you're in a relationship.
I mean, not saying that. I mean, sometimes I'm horny, but you know, what do you do?
Everyone is.
Everybody gets a little horny. I'm 28.
Yeah. Yeah.
Horny sometimes.
Hi.
Yeah.
Sue me.
Sue me. All right. Well, good talk.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions?
Any other wild shit lately?
Oh, I got that note on my car.
Oh yeah, you got a creepy note on your car.
Yeah, I got a creepy note on my car. It was written in pink pen and it was slipped into my door and it said, if this is the girl that smiled and waved at me with the cowboy hat last Saturday, text me if you think we're going to work out, if you wanted to work out. And then left the number. No name.
That's kind of creepy.
I think it's weird, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that could have been like selling you into the trafficking or something.
Yeah. I didn't follow up.
I think it was Isaac that put that on your car.
Oh, Isaac did it?
Isaac did it, yeah. Yeah, I told him to quit doing that.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
never
that's probably a
listens.
good thing.
He never listens.
That's probably a good thing.
Well, thanks for coming on, Sid.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Joe.
Samantha, thanks for coming on. And so you kind of have a similar position to the last gal I was on, but yeah. So I don't know. Give us your thoughts. You think guys need to commit a little bit more, or what's the deal here?
Yeah, I think the problem with dating in Denver is it's easy to meet people.
Yeah.
I've noticed, especially with Run Club, there's a lot of people like around our age.
Yeah.
But when it comes to dating, I think the problem is like the commitment.
Yeah.
On both sides, I realize that it takes two to tango. But
Yeah.
in my opinion, I definitely think the guy, especially with commitment, is like hard.
Do you think the guys are just having too much fun out there and don't want to settle down right now, or?
I think that's the case.
Okay.
I actually met a couple of guys, and they say they're emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
They,
God, that's the go-to, baby. Yeah.
they love the bachelor life, and
Yeah.
they want to stay single for a while, and
Yeah.
they're just not. They say, "Oh, I'm not looking for something. I just want to have fun."
And so when they say that, do you keep it going for a little while, or do you cut it off right there?
See, I think my past self would try to keep it going.
Yeah.
But as I grow older and mature more,
Yeah.
I realize that it's important to like take care of me.
Okay.
And so I'm working on like cutting it.
Okay.
Like, no, because if you're emotionally
Yeah.
unavailable,
Yeah.
then that's a waste of time for me.
That's a buzzword that you should like right away be like, yeah, we got another one. You know, I can't deal with it. Hey, give us one thing nice about the guys in Denver. Do you have?
Oh, the nice thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
one nice. Since we did a bad, let's do a nice
The
thing.
nice one? All right. Well, I will admit the Denver guys are very handsome.
They're hot.
They're very handsome.
Very hot, they say.
I lived in Philadelphia for 3 years in my early 20s, and I mean the guys there. I say that respectfully.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but like when I came back.
Oh, I've
to
seen
Denver,
the
I'm
crowd in an Eagles game. You know, I know what they're.
No, I come back to Denver. Like I'm originally from here, but
Yeah.
I come back and I'm like these guys are really attractive.
Yeah.
Like you guys are all really attractive.
Okay, there you go. Hey, you guys got something going for you here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like like a little more active lifestyle here, I think, you know.
Definitely.
People, yeah.
I think with the like the mountains being outside a lot more. I mean, back in Philly, this is a good example. Like back in Philly, I felt everything was very like closed off. Like, but here, I feel like I could stretch my arms and not whack anybody.
Yeah.
And I could see like the views and the mountains, and there's just there's a lot of stuff to do around here, which I think that really helps. So.
Well, I feel it. Your man's right around the corner. It's right around the corner.
I'm working on it. I'm praying. I'm hoping. I'm manifesting. The list goes on.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.